sit together. No, let's share your screen. Let's try to fix it. So Afroz is having some issues with his application, so we are just looking into it. Let's see. Are you sharing the screen? Close it. Why you're running in server? Run as? No, you are in wrong place. You are running in controller. Go to application. Double click Spring Boot application. No, not here. Spring Boot application. Yeah, double click it. So you need to go to the place where you are having main class. Okay. So then run Java application. Don't run as a server. You can run in server. You need to install the server. Okay. That's a different story. So always you need to go to run as Java application, and it should be coming only when where you are having main class. Okay, now you are able to run. You can see, right? Now go back to your browser. Type localhost 8080. Type. I want you to remember this. Even it's coming, you type always 8080 slash. No, slash. You need to give the URL. Go back to your main application controller. Double click it. Controller. You are saying HCL, capital HCL. Please always try to use small letters as of now. Fine. It's fine. Go back to your browser. No, not. You need to copy top one. Don't copy that one. You need to remember. It will work, but this one is the URL, not the method name. Okay. So control that. Yeah. Copy it and paste it there. Enter. Working for you, right? See, HCL also is copying pasting. We should be lazy, not that we are lazy. Okay. So please try to use always URL pattern should be small letters. Assistant HR, come back to your place. No, it's come. Let's start. Now let's move to next step. Who is having some errors or some challenges? Please let me know. So what's your problem? Solved. So you already ran initially itself, right? Controller you added. Now you're able to run it. Can you show your screen? Take approach done. Rizwana, new system, Irfan done, right? Okay. This should be in your fingertips, right? So when you're typing the code, how these steps should be in your fingertips. Okay, go back. So why you added API? I told you to add a. Right, trying is good. So run it. I request to follow just me, okay? Because I'm not this one I didn't explain, right? So top level component. Good. Now let's move. Anyone facing challenges want to try? Now let's see. We are coming back. If you want to speak, go out. Go inside. Go out. Okay, so now it's recording stopped or it's going on. Okay, let me start. Okay, recording is there. Okay, you are getting scolded in YouTube also. It's recording value. Okay, so now let's move. Bow your actually remove your hands. Okay, if I'm asking questions, you might be asking these questions, right? Lower hand, lower hand. Now, let's back. Okay. So now here, there are two types of parameters. We can pass the parameters, right? So we are just here using get now. Okay. There are many things. Get, put, post. We'll discuss it later. Just we'll discuss about get now. Okay. What are the things? How we can pass the parameters? Other things. It's saying just Assalamu alaikum. If I want to add my name, right? If I'm passing my name, that should come to me. So how I can do that? Before that, I want you to add one more dependency. In application in POM5, right? There is another dependency. When you are choosing in Spring Boot starter, right? Always try to add one dependency which is called dev tools. Sorry. You can see my screen. So whenever you are creating project, okay, I would recommend always add this dev tools dependency. Dev tools. What it will do is, what is the advantage of adding dev tools is, see, when we are changing it, we are always restarting, right? So if you're adding this, it will automatically restart. You no need to restart it manually. For example, let me have this dependency, right? I will explore POM5. Without downloading, I can see the code here, right? So here you can see, like I'm having dev tools. Anyway, this dependency, I will copy, right? I will paste it in my code. Before itself, if I have chosen, it might have come in my code, added. So advantage of adding this dependency is it will automatically restart. I no need to change and restart always. If I'm changing something, you can see like it will get restarted. Okay. So now I'm adding it. Now one time I need to restart because that dependency is not there, right? So I will stop it. Okay, it's already stopped. Now I'm starting it. Okay. So how to start? I need to go always to main application. Please remember this part. Okay. Main application is the place where we are going to initiate the initializer. It's a starting point. Okay. You cannot run anywhere, right? So main application is the key point where you are going to start. Okay. So now I'm starting it. Run as server or run as Java application. Okay. Can I run as server? Yes, but not now. I haven't explained you when I need to do this. Always go as of now till I'm explaining. You are running with a Java application. Okay, so I'm running it. Right now, my application is ready. Now let's try to change something. Let's see whether it automatically start or not. Right. So controller, I'm going. Okay, just I'm changing. Right, saving Control S. You just see this part. What's happening? Right. I'm just saving it. Control S. What happened? Restarted. If modifying something, even I'm giving space, let me give the space, right? I'm saving it. You can see what will happen. Restarting. I no need to always restart. So it will save a lot of time, right? So even sometimes what we are doing, we are running 2 times, right? It's showing like already server port in use. So those all problems will get solved, right? Just add dev tools. Now let's come to next part, right? I want to pass the parameter. I want to give my name. If I'm saying I'm giving Anis, then you should say Assalamu alaikum Anis. So how I can do that? So I'm just writing here small part string name. What I'm saying? String, I'm passing one parameter. Just one parameter. So I am assuming like you know core Java. How to pass the parameters, everything you are aware. I'm not repeating it. You need to practice it. Okay. So now I'm just writing string name. So here what I will do is in this part, I will say request param. What I did? Written request param, right? Then here I will write plus name. What am I doing? Just I am adding this name to my string. Right? Now what I am doing? Request param. Simple one annotation. Okay. So if I want, I can give name also, like variable name, name. Same thing here. If the same thing is there, I no need to add this bracket also. But you have it to add this part also. Request param, just passing the name. Here I'm passing say salam. Here I'm passing name. These are very critical names. This one only visible to URLs. This one you don't know. This name ABC, whatever you want to type, you can no problem, right? So here also you can do whatever name you want, but only the values will appear these two only. These two only important. Okay, you are understanding, right? So now I'm doing Control Z. Just for clarity purpose, I'm writing like this. But end things which will come to browser, these two parts only. Okay. So now I'm saving it. Now what will happen? Restart it. I no need to restart it. I'm just going back to my browser. Where is my browser? Which browser are you using? Okay, let's go back to this browser only. Okay. Now what I'm doing? Localhost. Say salam. I will give question mark. Hope you remember when I'm explaining JSP, I told how to pass the parameters, right? So now I will write name is equal to, I will say my name, Anis. You can see Walaikum Salam, Anis is coming, right? If I'm saying Jafru Mama, right? What's coming here? I'm able to pass my values by using parameters. That called request parameters, right? So this one is called request parameter. I can pass to request. It will go to and response I can get. If I want, I can modify it or I can pass the same thing. I'm just passing the same thing now, right? So request param, I'm passing same thing. So now let's try with other way. This is called request parameters, right? Now let's pass two values, first name and last name. How I can do? Let me copy the same thing. I will try to. I'm just duplicating it. It won't work if the URLs are same. I need to modify the URLs. Okay. So here say salam. Here I will say wassalam. Right? Then what I will do is instead of this, I need to change this one also. Just I'm changing method name because same name method name I should not have twice. Remember, right? Duplicate names is not allowed. So I change the both thing here. Here what I will do is I will say f name. I will make it as f name. If I want second parameter, I need to write same thing. Copy, paste. I will just say last name. Right? Then what I will do, I will club these two. First name plus last name. Two parameters I am passing now. Here I am passing one parameter. Here I am passing two parameters. Now let's try to run it. Okay. I'm just saving. It will reboot. I no need to restart it again. Now f name and l name is there. Okay. So now going back to my browser. Where is my browser? Where I am running? Okay, now let's run. Localhost, say wassalam. Right? Now what I need to pass? Two parameters. One is question mark. First parameter will be going with question mark, f name. Second should be in ampersand. I need to use ampersand. First name always with question mark. Second name, it's not for Spring Boot, any language. For example, if you are going in Google also, right? So when you are going in Google, right? Google, I'm typing something here for searching. For example, Anis, right? You can see top result here is getting added with first thing with question mark. Remember, right? Second thing with ampersand. It is not only for Java, it's a standard. When you want to pass the request parameters, first thing you should pass with a question mark. Second with and how many you want, you can add it. Okay. So now the same thing I'm doing here. Localhost say wasalam, right? Then question mark, F name, Anis, first name is Anis, and second ampersand, right? Last name Muhammad. Understood it? Now, Walaikum Salam, Anis, Muhammad. First name is Anis, second name is one. How many parameters I want, I can add. It's my wish. So I can go with hundreds of parameters. Okay. So now we understand what is request parameter and request params. If you are having single parameter, you can pass it directly. If you are having multiple parameters, you can go. So now next thing is called path param. Path param. Okay. So now let's copy the same thing. Okay. Let's go with this. Right. So now instead of adding, I will give in path itself like this, and I will say name. What I'm doing? Just in brackets, I'm passing in path itself. Here I'm not passing anything, automatically it's taking, right? But here I'm just saying path and name, right? I will write CP as of now. I need to change the method name always because same name, I cannot use it. Okay. So now I have P. Here I will write here path param. What I'm doing? Instead of request param, what I'm using? Path param. Okay. So now what is the difference between this and this? This one, I'm not giving any name. Okay. So seniors are very bad guys. Okay. So now say salam, I'm giving path name brackets, right? So now I add it. Okay. Now I'm saving it. Now it reboot, right? So the difference you can understand now. For request param, for say salam, how I used to do? Right? I will give question mark. Then I will pass name is equal to Anis, right? So say salam is there or not? Say salam, say salam. Let me change little name because both are same name. It is getting confused. Okay, now let's add it to as say salam P path parameter. Okay. Now let's restart it. Now let's enter it. Anything else? Say spelling is wrong, yeah. You people should catch it. Let it be like this only as of now. I want to try this. Now it's coming, right? So here I need to give name Anis, right? So if I visit path parameter, just use slash and I will say Anis. It won't work. See, I removed, right? I removed. I saved. No, right. Let's see. Yes. So what happening? Wal salam, Anis null. Why? It doesn't took this particular part. Like path parameter, path variable. Let me go with path variable. Now let me try. Okay, it's path variable, not path parameter. Okay. So what it's saying in path itself, it's taking and it's passing, right? So if you want to run it, I need to use question mark for request param. For path variable, I can just pass in URL itself. Which one is recommended? Based on your requirement. Okay, most of the cases will go with the request params, right? But in some cases, we'll go with path variable also. Okay, so based on your standard, your company standard, they will suggest you. You can see existing code also, which is having path variable or path parameter. Just to try to follow the same pattern which you are having. Now, what we can do, we can able to pass the parameter also. So how many ways you can pass the request params? Then you can say one is request param, one is path variable. So what is the difference? Even path variable will change path itself. URL itself will change. But if you are using request parameters, you can add when how many you want in future also, you don't need to think about it. But I strongly recommend to go with the path params because you don't need to change the structure, right? So now, till now, any questions? Till now, any questions? If I want to add two parameters, what I need to do? Copy, paste this, right? So I want to use two parameters. What I need to do? I need to add path. Here I will write enough name, right? Right here I will, instead of request param, I will use path variable. Right here also, instead of this, I will use path variable. I will change the name P. Only this URL is important. Okay, so it will get exposed. Whatever I want, I can name it. Don't get confused. Okay, so but it should not be duplicated. That's why I'm just changing the name to sample P. Now, if I want to pass two variables now, what I need to do? Just Anis and Ahmed. How many? Here I no need to give question mark name, nothing. Just I will give path variables. That's it. Okay. So you understand what is the meaning of path variables and push variables. So you grab it. I will go next step. If you are having any questions, please feel free to ask. It's very, very important. Correct. So another good thing is if you are having this variable name and this name is same, you can even remove this part itself. Automatically, you can pass the parameters. Right? This you don't need. I can remove like this. But I would recommend starting, please add everything because you need to understand. You might think like this is the actual name. This is not the actual name. The name is which you are giving in that particular double quotes. Okay. So any questions? Here also you can see this name and this name is same. Then you can remove this particular part. You don't need to follow it. This is automatically, this will get replaced. Even this is the most important part of this particular area. Okay. Now let's go to real place. Like most of the case will not go with get. Most of the case will go with post. The problem with get is you need to pass the values in URL. You cannot pass username and password directly in URL. Can you? If I'm having username and password, you can type in URL, but it's not recommended, right? Even not in post, will step by step will go. As of now, we'll go. There is something called post. What is the difference between get and post is? I mean, pass. Whatever you want, you decide yourself. कैमरे में दिखा तो तुमको रिकॉर्डिंग रख डालता हूँ ऊपर. Okay. So any questions still here? Especially fifth batch. Raja.
There no doubts.
You are clear, right? Why you are not coming offline? You are from Nellore or somewhere else?
Nellore itself.
Raja?
I'm in Nellore itself, sir.
So why you are not coming?
Yes, sir, the next time I will come, sir. I have
So please
office to
available,
go
huh?
by
Because
10.
why I'm saying is like, see, the thing is like we are creating a community, right? So community which will help each other. That's the main cause,
Yeah.
right? So if you are remote now, so the things will not connected, right? You'll feel like
Yeah.
remote. So Ashifa, any questions?
Sir,
Yes, ma. Can you?
go to this program, sir?
Yes.
Sir, here request parameter. We add two request parameters, right, sir?
Correct.
What is the difference between the path variable, the two request parameters, sir? I
Yeah.
want to
So
know.
see. Now again, I'm repeating. Like, let's copy this particular path. What's the difference you can see? So this one is path, right? So in path itself, you are appending Anis and Ahmed, right? Request parameters will be let's go with two values, right? Right? You can see the difference here. Here you are passing anywhere. This one is path path variable. Why? I'm just passing by slash itself, right?
Yes, sir.
Getting right? So these two are path variables, right? I'm not passing question marks, anything, just directly. So this one is request parameter. So this is the difference. The advantage is you can pass anytime without changing the URL. But here, if you are changing, it's changing in URL itself. But both are necessary based on your standard which you are following from company. Okay. And alternatively, you can use both or you can use mixed also. One can be request parameter, one can be path variable. You can use both mixed one also. Okay. Do you understand the difference, Ma?
Yes, sir, I understand. Sir.
Okay. So any other question?
No, sir.
Anyone else? Sahil, you have any questions? Rizwana? Your voice is not audible. Just you say thumbs up, right? You can say like this. Okay. So when you are selecting this and you are having thumbs up here, you can click it, stating like you understand. Okay. Rahman is getting called. Okay. So now let's go back. So we'll go with next step. Now we understand get, right? So get is not always be useful because every data which you are passing, it will expose in URL itself, right? So now how I can post it, right? So when you are using post, you cannot use browser to test it. Post it has limitation to test. So you need to download one software which is called Postman. Right? Postman, go to Google Chrome, right? Download the Postman as of now. I will give you 10 minutes. Please download the Postman. Okay. So Google Postman download. So this one is the Postman software. Download and install it in your system. So it will appear like this when you are typing Postman. It will come like this. Okay. I will give you 5 to 10 minutes. Please download it. Or you can download it later also. Let's give some break after 15 minutes. Okay. Let me continue. Okay. So now when we are having Postman downloaded, it will appear like this. How? Just need to go here. Postman, open this tool. Hey, Anish is not good here. Okay. Now Postman, when you are downloading, how it will appear? It will appear like this. Postman will be like this. Okay. So let me close all the URLs. So when you are opening Postman first time, you can see like this. Okay. So now you can see here plus will be there. Click it. Okay. So how I can use get also, right? So same URL which I am using here, right? I will copy and paste here. It is get URL only. I can just paste it. I can run it. You can see output in here, right? Now, before going to there, let's do something more in get itself. So, for example, if I want employee to be displayed, right? Employee object. So normally before you are having REST controller, right? REST controller basic version controller will be there. Okay. Controller is the part where you are going to communicate with browser or end client. Controller means you are going to communicate. So you remember MVC I told. Remember what is MVC? Model view control. Anyone want to explain what is MVC? तुम्हें पढ़े नहीं समझो what is MV? I am more interested in February batch. What is MVC? Rizwana, you are aware? Rizwana voice is not coming, sorry. So Raja, you are aware what is MVC? Raja?
There. Model
No,
view
what is MVC?
controller. Model view controller.
What is the meaning of view?
I don't have idea, sir.
Hmm? Okay, I'm not going detail. We'll see. We'll discuss it later in next class. Okay. So I want to target especially today on Spring Boot. Okay. So model view controller is the place where controller is the place where it will interact with client. Right. So model is the object which is going to display. Right. So I will get one simple object. Okay. So like employee. What I'm doing here. We'll go with the employee or student. Student, huh? Okay, student object. Right here, what I will do is I will write private int student number, or I will go with generic name ID. Right. Then private string name. Right. Just two things as of now. We can add how many we want. We can add. Okay. So I added just two things. Right. Then what I need to do, I need to create setter and getter. Source, generate, getter and setter. Then what I will do, I will create constructors also. This one I am not going to repeat. I want you to practice core Java. This is part of core Java. This is not part of any Spring or Spring Boot. Okay. So I want you to do hard work, because once you are completing Spring Boot, you are ready to attack interviews. Right. You are ready. Spring Boot is the main place where you can, it will create the bridge between you and interviews. Okay. So please, before to this, whatever we done, we need to be very strong. Core Java, OOPS, JDBC, JPA, I mean Hibernate, we discussed, right? That all we should be very good, right? I cannot repeat previous things, right? So you just prepare well and then come back. Any questions? See, trying is good. Failing is not a problem. I want you to fail, but try and fail. So most of the times when I give homework, the main thing which I ask is whether you tried or not. I'm not asking whether you completed or not. Right? For me, the importance is trying. Okay, try. The person who tries 100%, he will success. Right? So I'm having more confidence than person who is trying rather than who is completing. The complete person, एक बार लिखे success हो गए, he will be free. He will be silent. But the person who is failing, what he will do? Retry. So one person who is getting success, he cannot remember the things, but who failed now, he will repeat it. I don't want you to wantedly fail, right? But fail is one milestone which will help you to repeat the things. Okay. So honestly speaking, I am good in maths. Okay. So why I'm good in maths is from MCA first sum to third sum, I will be having arrear for maths. It's called DMS, discrete mathematical structure. Right? I'm good in statistics. Why? Because of arrears. But we should be able to complete within the period. We should not drag it. Everything should have limits. Right? Arrear 5 साल हो गया सर मुझे arrear है I will be strong करो बोला. So within a limit, we are having 3 years limit for MCA, right? So within that limit, we should be able to cover it up. At the same time, repeating always helps. Till now, my statistics is good. I got 85% in statistics, right? So you can say like I got 100%, sir. So in our cases, we never used to get 100% marks. If you're going little older days, right? So the maximum limit, what is the topper in our MCA batch? How much can you guess? 90. He's 72%. He's the topper. Right? So now there are a lot of restrictions. They will not give 100% to anyone. Right? So we used to work very hard. Now people are getting 85, 90. It's very easy. Even you people are getting praised. In our case, we are enjoying life, right? So we are just reading exam time. But the thing is like even topper will get a 75 maximum. Number 3% third. So is a 65. Who is me? Right. So 65% is great marks on that time, right? So same thing, I want you to try to repeat the things, right? So even failure is not problem. Even success, I want you to repeat, right? That's why I'm saying even my few of the students, what happened? I'm just repeating it. So they asked them in front of them, sit and write this exam, this question only which I'm talking you, right? They're asking them to write a Spring Boot application with REST service and it should connect with database. Show me now. They are asking. They are not able to complete the exam. How much easy it is? You can see, right? I will show you how we can do JPA also. But I want everyone in this class should be able to do it without any support, even without using internet. See, I'm doing it without, I'm not using any internet. But some of the properties I will take in future, which used to connect in DB because I cannot remember. But I will recommend you. I recommend you to try even everything by heart. Okay. So now let's move. I'm just writing student ID name. I created IDs getter and setter. I'm creating constructor now. Source, how to create constructor? Source, generate constructor. Is right. So I want to create default constructor also. How I can do? Source, constructor using superclass. Right? It is empty. Nothing is there. These two constructors I created. So my student object is ready. This is called Pojo. We discussed this. February batch. What is the meaning of Pojo? I should get stick. You should remember it. What is Pojo? Where is the stick? Plain
old Java object, sir.
Very good. Who is this?
Ashifa, sir.
Very good, Ashifa. Plain old Java object. Okay. So this one is called plain old. It is not a bean. See, it is not a entity. It is not a bean. Bean means Spring Boot application, right? And then it is not entity also. Why? It is not related with database as of now, right? So simple object. That's why it's called plain old Java object, right? So now I created ID name, setter getter, and then I went with constructor. Now let's try to return this object. What will happen? Let's see. I'm going back to controller. I'll just write public, okay, student get student, right? I will just return new student. I will pass one ID and name. What I did? Just simple get student, right? I will add get mapping to this. I will add get student. What I'm saying? Let's go with just a student, not even get, because get is already here, right? Just get student, right? I'm saving it. Now you see the beauty of request controller. Okay, I'm coming back to Postman. Here's my Postman. Okay, stop. Here I will remove everything. I will just say student. See? You got the detail. It's a format. It's in JSON, right? So there is two things are there. I want you to read the theory. Controller is there. REST controller is there. One is at controller. We are using at REST controller. Note down. Next class, you need to explain what is the difference between these two. This most important question will be asked in interview. What is the question? What is the difference between at controller and at REST controller? Okay. So now we can see the output in JSON, right? Automatically it's converting my object to JSON. I haven't write a single line of code to convert it to JSON, right? Automatically it's done. Okay. So now same thing, you understand how I'm passing, right? So now consider I want to pass name and number by using request params. How I can do that? Can anyone guide me? I want to pass name and number both, and it should automatically come with that. So how to write? For your students, I will write. I need to pass by using request parameters. I want to pass. So how I can pass ID and name? You want to try? What I need to do? String or int, right? Int ID, string name, right? I will use at request param, right? I'll go with integer, okay? And then I will use request param. I'm not passing any variable. Automatically, I'm taking ID and name only. So here, what I will pass is I will pass ID and I will pass name. Right? I'm just taking that variables and passing it. Okay, now let's try this. It's a both are students, so it will cause issue because to get will not have same names, right? I'm just adding S here. Okay, I'm just saving it. So now students, I will pass question mark. ID is equal to 2 and name is equal to Anis. Now let's try. See, that I'm passing variables and I'm creating object and I'm returning it back. So just look this as you are playing PUBG with concentration. Okay. मुझे देखते क्या उसने तुम ना दोनों कुछ बोला सो you love PUBG? No, honestly. Okay, some people are here. Okay, please have this to look. I want you to grab this, okay, in your brain. Okay, so in future मैं बोला तो 1 मिनट में लिख को दिखाना. Okay. Hmm? Get student? Get student will be constructor. It's a method. Constructor will be here. I'm sorry. Where you are saying? Hmm? Line number 35. This is the return type. Student is a return type. Sanaullah. No, you understand. First, I'm not saying. See, this one is the return type now. This one is the method name, right? Here we are passing string as a return type. Here we are passing student as a return type, right? The return type. It's not a constructor. So this method will return what? Student as object. Okay. No, you just understand the concept. I'm repeating it. Okay. So here, you know what is the meaning of return type, right? It's some type to be returned, right? So here I'm returning what? Student. Please try to practice core Java because that's what I'm saying. Return type is a student here. Return type. No, public static mean we are already running, right? This one is running now. This one will load all the classes. Okay. So this is the starting point. Just remember, you need to theory. Theory is very important. Okay. For loop. Path variable also we can do. Just I need to add what here? I need to add brackets. I can say ID and then brackets. I can say name, right? Instead of request param, what I need to pass? I need to pass path variable. That's it. The same code will work. Right? So if I'm running this, if I want to run this, now it will not run. I need to pass like students / Anis ID, sorry, ID, then name. Right? So both are almost you can use very simply. So any questions still here? Now let's move next. Okay, so now till now what we are doing is get, right? So normally it's not recommended to send the data by URL. So everyone, even for example, someone is staring you, he can know the password if it is passed by path variables, right? So if you want to send the huge data also, okay, like images or videos, if you want to upload, right? So you cannot use the get parameters, right? Huge data if you are passing, it's not recommended, right? It's having size limitation also. Get. So what I can do, I can have post. Post means it's a pack and it will send. In URL, it will not show. So how to do that, right? So in this case, let me show you one example. I will pass a student only. Okay. So now we are not going to use browser. Always we are going to use Postman. Okay, please remember, if someone is asking how you are testing your services, APIs, you need to say browser no. You're going to say like I'm going to use Postman. Postman is the tool which will help you to do the services. Whatever we are doing till now is a API REST services. We'll call it as a REST services. Okay. So now post. How to do the post? What I will do is I will just pass the same student, I will get the same student. You understand, right? Sending and receiving same student. Let's do that. Okay. So I will copy paste this same code. Right. So here, instead of get, what I will do? Post. I will use post mapping. Right. Then I will remove these parameters. what I'm doing. Then here, instead of path variable or something, postman, I will use request body. Okay, request body. It's not a small part. It's a complete body. Okay, so what I will do here is I will write student. What I'm doing here, passing the student, and I will return the same student back. Nothing, just taking value and passing it. No processing. What I'm doing, taking and returning back. So what is this request body? We'll understand now, right? Now I'm using post. Here not get. So in this case, now you can see like I'm having it, right? So if I'm converting it to post, what will happen? Just see, okay. Post, right? Here you can see the body, right? So one of here you can see the body, right? Here you can see raw. Okay. So now let's copy this particular part, right? Now I will pass it here. Okay. This one, how I am passing? I by the JSON. So whatever I'm passing here, I will get here. Let me do one thing. I will say like 10. I will say RRR. Okay. So it's the Rahman Jafru, and this one R is special Naveed without R. Okay. So now when you are running this, you are getting error. Why? I'm not saved it yet. Okay. Now let's try to save it. No. We need to remove this one and so we change the parameter, right? So I will remove this. Unsupported media type. It's a text. It should be JSON. Now we are getting the same value. I'm passing the same value. I'm getting the same value, right? Request is also same. Response is same. Just I'm asking like repeat, right? So now let's see how these things are working. So here is the request body, right? So this one is the request body. Okay. Then I'm copying and pasting the same code. I'm getting back the same code. Okay. So it will not be there in URL, right? No one able to see in URL. Even you cannot use it a browser to run this. Okay. So any questions still here? How the post will work? Post will take the body. Get will not have body. If somebody is saying what is the difference between get and post means, get will not have body. Post will have body, right? So this one is the body. Okay. Can we pass request parameters in body in a post? Yes or no? Rahman, can we pass request parameters in post? Post method. Naveed, can we pass request parameters in post method? In post method. You are saying yes. Can we pass? Jafru Mama. If you are not saying now, we need to find new Jafru Mama from tomorrow. Bola. Rahman is right. We can pass. We can pass request parameters also. We can pass path parameters also. We can, apart from that, additionally, we can pass request body. Okay, this is interpretive questions. You should be prepared. Yes, we need to pass. We can pass request parameter also. We can pass a request body also. Right? So now, students, right? Post mapping. Another thing is there, which is called put. Okay. So instead of post, we can have put also. Put will also have a body. Okay. If you're using this, students P, the difference is in this drop down, right? Instead of post, what we need to use? Put. when we are running this same. There is no difference between put and post. Only difference is the way how we are using it. Okay, how way you are using. Put is normally used for updation, creation, right? Oh, Rahman, Jafar, where will you put? Where will you post? Put for update. Similarly, another thing is there we are having patch. Patch is used for, you know why? Partial update. If you, I'm having 10 fields. I just want to change a triple R to 4R, right? So one field I want to change. Then I will use patch. Okay. The purpose, how many things we designed? Get, put, post, patch. Each one is get is only for getting the information. Mainly will use for getting the information. Okay. Post is for posting. Posting means lot of data. If you want to post, you can use for post, and you are using for creation. Put means updation. Can we create by using put? Yes. But the standard is go with the patch means partial updates. If in the they're asking what is the meaning of put, what is the meaning of post, you need to answer this. Another thing which you can see here in right side, there is one thing called status. Right? Status is there. This one is very important in interview question, right? So 200 means okay, good. Apart from this, you will get 201. Anyone can tell me what is the purpose of 201? Created. 204? No content. What is the meaning of it? So anything with, I will give you one chart also. Try to remember this. Batti marna, batti. Okay. So anything which is start with 2 is a success. 201, anything. Start with 2 is a success. Starting with 4. Huh? Very good. But what is that one? Anything start with 4 is? What is everything which start with 4 is? Not found, I know.
Unauthorized.
This is like success, right? 2 is success, right? What if you start with 4? I know it's error, but what type of error?
Unauthorized.
I want generic name, yeah. I'm saying success, right? 201 is also success, 200 is also success, right? It is coming, success means it's going to be coming from application, right? So 4, not 4, if you start with 4 means what? Why you are hiding yourself? Hey, Rahman, chat GPT साथ दूंगा, phone उठा को बाहर फेंक डाला. 401 means what? Unauthorized. 404 means not found. But what I'm saying is, what is the generic name for that? Interview में रहा तो हुँ भेज डालता रहा मैं. Thank you very much for your time and wasting my time कर रहा हूँ. Okay, I am not going to tell. Okay, I will give one hint. Okay, what if it starts with 5? Then what is 4? Client side. If something you are not able to connect with client, right? So it's called client side error. 404 URL is not found, right? 401 unauthorized. What is for bad request? 400, right? For example, if I'm passing something, right? When I'm running it, why it is showing error? Tag is not there. That post. Data is the body which I'm sending is wrong, right? Then what you will get? A bad request, right? So if I'm having everything right, right? That's correct. Then if I'm sending maybe bad request, anything missing? क्या मिस हुआ भाई ये बोलो
डबल कोट्स
डबल कोट सी था ऐसा
4 हना साथी नीचे
नेम को मिस हुआ ओके कौन है ओके व्हेन आई एम रनिंग इट
इधर सर
right so now everything is right but URL is wrong right then what you will get anyone want to guess 404 right so these all you need to remember okay so it will automatically give Spring Boot will give you the error code which you can able to normally we need to write it if you want to overwrite you can overwrite it okay we are having control but by default it will give you errors okay so if I'm saying like what is 401 what is 404 देखिए तो मैं टी शर्ट आऊँ बहुत टी शर्ट आऊँ आईडी वाले लिख होते हैं 404 not phone right so even 501 500 501 something I don't remember okay so I want you to remember just it's a very simple thing like you can go Google you can say HTTP error codes right so you can see like 2xx right so successful responses 3xx means move sometimes it's not a failure it's not a success you might have so in triple R it will become double R now 1 R will get removed permanently so 4xx means it's a bad request any client related error right 5xx means server related errors okay so you need to remember when you are facing interviews questions they will ask these questions okay so high level you need to remember and you need to understand so till now you understand post put and patch right so if I'm asking tomorrow you need to answer very quickly right so post means you are passing with body post patch put these three will accept body okay but get will not accept body when you are saying get and passing body it will get ignored it will not care okay it will ask you only request parameters and path parameters get but even in our project the standard is even if you want to get use post only right so they don't want anything to be exposed with URL so always 90% even for example if you want to pass first name only then also you need to pass by using body only but they are following the standards here I'm having database Postman is only for testing okay so instead of browser you cannot post the values in browser right so that's why we are taking help of Postman we are not having any front-end screens as of now right so front-end screens will be developed by some other team so how to test for testing purpose or anything we'll use the Postman as a tool so we are overloaded then we'll stop it if I get another class we'll go with the database connections as of now any questions yes I don't have gun now
We know. I don't know, when we use those, it will automatically create and problem shows the data. Problem shows the data.
where
In the console.
huh
But 4,000 support, why it is supporting?
see I will tell you post also support patch post also support put post also by using post itself you can do all the operations why we cannot have only post it's a standard right so normally for getting right? Getting will use get. It's like a standard. So you go with get, you get the data by name itself. Post means post, right? Patch means patching. Something is broken. So mechanic do everything, right? If you are calling him for creation, he will take more money. Yes or no? Same mechanic. If you are calling him for getting some information, he will take less money, right? If you are having for patching, he will take less money, right? If you want to update something, you will. So it's a standard way to communicate. It's not like you can. 99%, even 100%, I can go with a post. 100%. Get is having limitation. Post is not having any limitation, right? So why I cannot go with directly get post, right? So there is a standard way. So I can use with name itself with naming convention. I understand what is the purpose of it. If I'm saying put student, means I will understand. I no need to go deeper. If they written properly, right? Then with name itself, I understand is only for updates, right? So it's naming convention. That's it. Good question. But some people are saying post we can get the data. For them, I will kill them definitely. So any other question? See, seniors are vote taking. So February team and offline team, you are only priority. Tell me the questions. I will use this code. I want you to run this code and practice it without just try 10 times, 20 times. हम मश्क कराते रहे नहीं किताब में ये 20 times bizarre. Then Apple लिखना हो तो ये PPP वैसा लिखो ना APPLE वैसा. So try to write 10 times. Delete the code. Write. Delete the code. Write. Delete the code. Write. Okay. I want you to practice all with objects. Just initially we tried what? Just we tried string, right? String name, right? So you try that one once only, but try to use objects. I created student and constructors, right? So try to use that. We are going to use in near future also how to save the database, how to fetch from database. Those all things we will try by using that one only. Okay. So anyone is having questions, I will take little more time because of questions. I want everyone to understand this particular concepts. Okay, Spring Boot 90% done today. What I'm saying, right? So we need to go little practice. I will tell you how to insert in database, how to fetch from database in next class. That's it. I want you to practice more. Please let me know if you're having any questions. Seniors not allowed as of now. तीन आ रहा को बड़ी अभ्यास है यहाँ. For your information, who is you know who is 3 hours, right? These people. R is silent on Naveed. Any questions? Rizwana is having challenge, right? Ashifa.
No, sir.
Okay, if you are not having questions, I will give to seniors. Ali bhai.
Yeah, एक बार कोड लिखने के बाद डाउट आया तो
फिर बोलो.
Once I read the code, if I got any doubt, I'll ask.
Okay. Boy, Ars. Who is Ars? You can see in the video. Naveed, raise your face and pull Jafru also with you. जल्दी भाई रिकॉर्डिंग होता है गलीज है क्या तू करदाली सर का है वो It looks like you are doing some criminal things. I am there. उनको जफरू को दिखाओ पकड़ो. He is 1 hour. Okay. अफरोज नहीं भाई अफरोज को समझ लेते क्या कि हाँ. Okay, this is recorded. I will upload in YouTube. Okay, we are good, right? I want everyone to ask questions, please. I'm more interested in offline batch and no seniors. Okay, I'm just summarizing it, what I did. Yes. Yes. Maven install, actually always try to do Maven install because my laptop, I always used to run, my dependency is already there in my system. It will run in a quick. For you, it will take time because you are first time running, right? Dependencies are something which are getting downloaded from internet. So for example, to make a Kobe website, when you're opening, it will take some time to download the cache, right? Similarly here, it will take initially when you're using Maven install, it will get downloaded, right? So always when you're adding any new dependency, I would recommend to go and use Maven install. If you're already there, it will not install. If not there, it will install, right? So try to run that. Maven build is enough. Maven install will do some other steps. I don't want to confuse you as of now. Just try to use Maven install. That's it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to confuse you. Maven install will do build plus something else. I will tell you later. Okay. So because I covered in Maven actually, you can see my Maven class if possible, or I will explain you in detail. Any other question? Let me summarize it, what we did today. Okay. So what is Spring Boot? Booting. I told you about booting. Booting is something which will be make you prepare for initial. Like I give an example of a warm up, right? So it will make you ready to run some application with basic setup. Okay, you are ready to run it. Okay, so it will give initial setup, minimum configuration, other things. Okay, so what we need to do, we are having one thing called start.io Spring initializer, we'll call it. Okay, so we'll go with, let me share with screen so that you can have some idea. Okay, so what is the main advantage of a Spring Boot? We discussed, right? So what is the main advantage? Like we'll be having auto configuration. What is the meaning of auto configuration? Most of the configuration will done automatically. For example, if you want to connect with database, we'll just give very few details. Automatically, it will create a bean to connect with database, right? So next thing what I told, it will have menu like experience. You can add thing like a Amazon.com. Just you need to choose the things. You know, search and choose the things. For example, you are purchasing something like add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. That's it, right? So like that easy, you can create a basic booting application, right? So third thing is it is having embedded Tomcat. Embedded Tomcat means you no need to install any Tomcat, right? Not only Tomcat, you no need to install database also. I will show you tomorrow. The basic database setup it will do. It will help you to install. It will just consider as dependency. So I give an example like it's a bus and a bike, right? Bus is external Tomcat where you need to install your application. Bike means you are itself dependency itself holding that particular application itself holding that Tomcat. You just run it automatically, that will run automatically with your application. Okay, these three are main. There are many other things are there. We are not going just interview. If someone is asking, you can go with these three answers. Then what we did is we gone to how to create the Spring Boot application. Like we gone here, we'll write start.io, right? So we'll get Spring initializer. When you are going here, it will give you option. You can choose Maven, Java, and then you can choose dependency and you can use few details about your project. Then you will add the dependency. As of now, what we added two dependency. One is DevTools and one is web, right? So how to add DevTools, right? Then web, these two. This will help you to create a web application. Especially we are planning for REST services. So that's why we are using String Web and we added it. Then we are having one button called generate. Right? If you don't want to download, you just want to see the dependencies, you can complete here. You can explore. You can see the POM file also. You can see the details. If you want to modify, you can modify, right? So then you are hitting download. Once you are downloading, your jar file will get downloaded in download file. Then you need to extract it. And then you can import it here, right? So in your Eclipse or any IDE. Where is my Eclipse? Okay. here, right? So how you will import it? Once you are extracting, you just need to right click, import, right? And then you can select Maven here, and then existing Maven project in it. Once you are selecting it, you get downloaded the jar, right? So then, so that jar will appear here. The application will appear here. First step, what you need to do, you need to right click and run as a Maven installation. So once you are doing Maven installation, all the dependencies will get downloaded, right? So then your application is ready to run. How to run? You can see one of the application which is created will have main method, right? So that main method you can right click and run as Java application. So what is the advantage of DevTools which you added is if you are modifying, it will automatically restart. So you no need to manually build and restart. So it will save your time. That's why you added DevTools. Now next thing which we understand is controller, right? So controller is the class where you can expose your logic to outside world. Here only we'll write REST services. Okay. So that's why we are going with REST controller. I am giving one homework to you where I am saying like just understand what is the difference between head controller. You can write head controller also here, right? Sorry, right? Head controller or at REST controller. What is the difference between head controller and REST controller? You need to explain me by Monday. Okay, it's your homework, right? So once you are writing REST controller, then I can write one method where can I have get mapping, post mapping, or put mapping, or patch mapping. So these four are there. So if I'm using get mapping, it will use get. How we can use get? You can go to Postman. You can see here you are having drop pan. You can see get, post, put, patch. Many things are there, right? Even delete is there. So normally delete also, delete you can use for insert also, right? It's not like delete. So logical meaning is delete used for delete, patch is used for patching, and put is used for updation, and post is used for creation. Okay. So now once we are doing that, you can see like get, and we tried put and post. Three things we tried, right? So I want you to try these three. Apart from this, I want you to try with objects, not with a string. One time you try with string, multiple times you can go with the objects. So you need to write put post. So it is a controller where you can see like we discuss about request parameters and path parameters, right? Path variables. Request parameters are the parameters where we can pass by using question marks and path request parameters names. And path variables directly you are adding it to path variables, where you are having all the details will be added to path, right? So once this one is the example for request parameter, this one is for path variable. So it based on your requirement, how your team is following, please try to follow. So normally the recommendation is request parameter, which will not change URL. URL will remain same way. How many parameters you want, you can add it. This will not, this will have advantage. Path request parameter is having advantage, but it based on your requirement, how the company is following. Okay. So now we are having post and put. Okay. So apart from that, request and path variable, we also tried a request body. It is only used for a post, not get. Get will not have request body. Even you are passing, it will get ignored. Okay. Okay. So now request body. Request body will help you to post the data itself, right? So it will go to body where you can see in Postman. Postman is the tool where you need to test. Don't go with browser. Get will work for browser, but post will not work. Even browser will not work if you are having security. So we'll discuss about security in next class. As of now, always everyone should have installed Postman. There are other clients also, like we are having Mozilla REST client. If someone is asking what is the alternative for Postman, you can say like Mozilla REST client is there. But 90% no one will ask, because Postman 90% places we are using. Even if you are going company now, in my company, we are using Postman for testing. Okay. So now we are having this Postman. Okay. So it is, you can see like here we are having many options, like, and another homework which I given is like you need to understand HTTP codes, right? So HTTP response code is this one. Like we are having status 404, 401, 201, 200, 300, and 500, right? 300 mostly 90% no one will ask because we are not using it. Normally, for example, one website which I am creating, right? So I'm using abc.com. So future, I don't have ABC. I change it to ABCD, right? So old URL I don't want to use. In that case, what we will use 300. Just permanently remove. I'm not using this URL. Please use other URL to show that I will use 300. Okay, but most of the cases, no one will ask this question. Okay, so go with the mainly 200, 400, and 500. What is the meaning of 200? Any success response, we'll go with 200. Any client errors, we'll go with the 400. Any server side errors, we'll go with the 500. So how remember all these three? Okay, so you need to remember all the things. If someone is asking what is 4 you need to answer very quickly. Okay, so these are the class. So I will take another 1 minute. Please let me know if you are having any questions. I will stop here. And Rizwana, please try to solve your mic problem. Okay. Any other questions? Either are not required because he is expert. Okay. Ashifa, any questions? Either is senior ma, so you can ask any questions to him. Furqan, any questions? Afroz, Raja. Raja, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Sahil. Your full name is Amin Sahil. अच्छा नाम है. Rizwana already given thumbs up, so it's fine. Sanaullah. Okay. Thank you very much, team.